Beeps, chest button or squat box once again. I just find it depressing, really, to watch hundreds of people sitting in churches this morning. Well, they were sitting in churches yesterday, but I'm watching video of it today. I find it depressing that people will sit silently in a church listening to a pastor tell them how bad they all feel about the things that have happened in their community. And they sit there silently dejected, and then asked to pray for the dead, which I know it probably comforts some people, but in my eyes does nothing. It does nothing for the dead, and it does nothing for the future dead. People will die from gunshots in the future, probably right there in that community. And instead of people standing up and shouting at the top of their lungs that it's time to do something about this, they sit there meek and mild and pray for the souls of the dead as if it's going to do something. It's not going to do anything. I just don't understand that mentality. I'm an atheist. I've been an atheist since I was a child. I understand that when bad things happen, people should act. Wishing, hoping, praying has never solved a single problem that any human being has ever faced in their life. If you're not willing to see a possible solution to the problems that you face and take action when you see a problem, waiting for a solution. Take action and make that solution happen. If you're not willing to do that, then you might as well just sit in your ass and wait to die. Because you can wish and hope and pray all you want. It's not going to change a damn thing. Not a damn bloody thing in your life. Praying, wishing and hoping didn't defeat the Nazis in Europe. Praying, hoping and wishing didn't defeat the Japanese. Praying, hoping and wishing didn't stop a single tornado, nor a tropical storm, praying, hoping and wishing never put out a single forest fire, nor dug someone out of a landslide. People had to get off their ass and go and do shit. The Second World War, people had to go and shoot the enemy, had to shoot the Nazis to beat them. had to shoot the Japanese to beat them. Had to go and dig live people and dead people out of the earthquakes and the mudslides and the storm destroyed buildings, because they just weren't going to appear as if by magic because you wished and hoped and prayed for it. People had to go and do something about it. And America is going through a horrendous series of massacres. Nobody will do a single damn thing about it. Not a single person in America will even talk about doing a damn thing about it. It's as if talking about doing a damn thing will somehow destroy America. It's too early to talk about it. We shouldn't talk about it now. We've got to leave it a while and let people's, emotions settle. We can't talk about it while people are dealing with the dead. Well, I think you can leave some people to deal with the dead while other people go and do something about that shit. In wartime, some people buried bodies while other people went and fought. During natural disasters, some people bury the bodies you can find lying about, while others go and listen for the scratching and the knocking and the shouting of survivors and put their efforts into saving them. I don't know about you. I'm not in America, but I do believe there's a reasonably large voice in America crying out, calling for help, asking for the nation to make changes so that the disaster that's struck America several times in the last few years doesn't happen again. And we're never going to get a result. We're never going to stop another disaster like Sandy Hook by sitting on your ass, hoping and wishing and praying. Something needs to be done. You need to get off your ass. You need to march to the centre of your town, the centre of your district. You need to march there with placards, banners, gongs and whistles, and demand that your public servants, the people that you elected into the position of looking after your society, do something about this now. You need to get off your ass. Put your wishes and your hopes and your prayers behind you. You can do that later. You need to march into the centre of your town, man, and tell your politicians, do something. We're sick and tired of being told this isn't the time to discuss it. We're sick and tired of you doing nothing about it. Act. Do something. Save our children. Save our teenagers. Save the lives of the citizens who elected you. That's your job. Work for us. Do something. Don't sit in your fat asses in those fucking ivory towers that we paid for you to fucking sit in. Don't just sit there and argue bullshit back and forward across that room. Put in place some decent legislation that will at least reduce the risk of this ever happening again. We don't believe you can ever stop it completely. There's no such thing as being 100% safe, but please, for fuck's sake, make some changes. At least try and move towards a society where we don't have to see this bullshit in another 3 months in some other small school somewhere, some small college, some shopping centre. I mean, it is possible that the politicians could move, could act, could do something about this. They just don't seem to have any motivation, any encouragement, any necessity to do anything about it. The people need to go down there and tell them it's time. It's time to change. Fed up of living in the Wild West. It's the 21st fucking century. Fed up with cowboys riding into town and shooting the place up. Maybe time to say total ban on guns inside the city limits, like they used to do, like the old days in the Wild West. No guns inside the city boundary, you know. Hand your guns in. Report to the sheriff and hand your guns in while you're in the city. Nobody should own a gun in the city. You've got cops, they're armed, they protect you. Why does everybody need to have a gun? A very smart thing they did in the Wild West. That no guns inside the city limit. I think maybe if America was to go back to that kind of attitude, it wouldn't be so bad for you to remain as a Wild West kind of society, you know. But something like that needs to be done. Yeah, you can all have guns, but you've got to leave them with the sheriff when you enter town and pick it back up when you leave. I don't see it as a bad idea, it's a pretty fucking good idea. No guns inside the city limit. What do you think, America? I mean, yous were the people who started it. And it seemed to work pretty well for most of your towns in the Wild West. And it might be the 21st century, but I reckon that kind of regulation, that kind of bill going through Congress, no guns inside the city limits, might very well be the only thing you can do without taking people's guns away. Just sequester them while you're in a built-up area. It probably would reduce your death rate in America, I think, by, I reckon, about 60%. That simple fact of hand your guns in when you come into the city. Anybody found with a gun in the city gets arrested. and their guns taken off them, and their license taken off them. And that bullshit about carrying a hidden weapon. Who the fuck wants that? It's only going to lead to people getting shot. Probably the guy carrying the weapon, you know, gets his ass kicked and the gun taken off him. He gets shot. The person he's with gets shot. Several other people in the area get shot. Just think on that, you know, America. What do you think? No guns inside the city limits. As long as you've that.